Hello and welcome to your broken galaxy. Today, I'm going to be talking about how Leia just straight up murdered a guy in her introduction in episode 4. So in my last watch through of A New Hope, I realized something. The very first thing you see Leia do is interact with R2. Now they're down a dark hallway and you can't hear anything. The next time you see Leia is when a group of 4 stormtroopers are searching the ship and they find her. So Vader had just told his guys he wants the passengers alive. So if the goal is to take people alive and the guns all have a stun setting, then every one of them should have immediately turned their guns to stun. And so what happens when this squad of 4 guys comes? The leader says, "There's one set for stun." And it's kind of ridiculous. They are all just casually walking around, no tactical movement at all. And Leia holding a gun kind of comes around a corner. She's obviously a threat with that gun. So the guy, let's call him a corporal, okay? So Corporal Trooper here does not have his gun set for stun, sees an armed enemy combatant, and upon seeing her, turns his head away from her to look at his squad to tell them to set their guns for stun, which they should have done already. I mean, this right here shows how bad the Stormtrooper Corps really is. The squad should have been tactically checking the ship out with covering maneuvers and such, right? Or throwing in grenades with knockout gas, maybe. That could also work. Even if they didn't have that, then the guy should have had his gun ready, and instead of turning back away from the armed combatant and saying set for stun, he should have just aimed and fired at her and stunned her himself. But he didn't prepare any of that. So what happens? Leia straight up kills this guy. She shoots him right in the chest. Another stormtrooper, shoots Leia with his stun gun. After Leia gets shot and falls to the floor, what does the stormtrooper say? He says, "She'll be all right." He is trying to reassure the other squad mates now that Leia is going to be fine, when they just saw their squad leader get shot and die. They don't check his vitals or scream, "Corporal, no!" They don't appear to help him out in any way whatsoever, but they're concerned about Leia. So what does this teach us about the Stormtrooper Corps' training regime? Well, they don't train for tactical procedures to allow them to more safely search areas for potential hostiles. They don't prepare their weapons for the appropriate encounter. They don't seem to care when their own men are killed, but they do care that their enemy is all right. So why would they care that their enemy is all right? Well, obviously because Darth Vader is one of the worst military commanders in history. He just straight up kills people that disappoint him. When the stormtrooper assures the others that she will be all right, it's because they would all be force-choked, cut in half with a lightsaber, or thrown out of an airlock if they had somehow failed Darth Vader, even if they tried their best and did everything right. And also, like in the title of the video, Leia just straight up shoots this guy. You think she would have had better tactical sense too? Even if she had no military training, she leans out holding her gun, and waited until they could see her. Waited until the squad leader told something to the others before she fired. If she had any sense, she would have done 2 things. First, she would have surrendered, knowing that there was no way she would avoid capture, or more likely, upon seeing them, she would have stayed mostly in cover of the little alcove she was in and just opened up on them, firing shot after shot with the hope that she would kill them all. Anyway, A New Hope is a fantastic movie. It's, the Star Wars that started them all off, and it's great, but I just think it's a little bit funny how incompetent the stormtroopers were made to look right out of the bat. So anyway, that's how Leia just straight up killed a guy. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and all that garbage.